Going to be the weekly market breakdown for Sunday, March 2nd, 2025. So I'm going to be just going through what I do every Sunday before market open, right? You always want to, as a trader, you want to stay prepared and just be very intentional with everything that you do. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk through my process of like how my Sunday mornings or Sunday evenings typically look like when I am preparing for the week ahead. So first thing I do is I check Forex Factory and I take a screenshot of the upcoming fundamentals that we have throughout the week. Obviously, I only trade NASDAQ, so the only news I'm really concerned about is the USD. Because that is the economy. So take a screenshot. As you can see here, well, every Sunday, well, not showing the thing right now, but every first Friday of the month, we have NFP. So we do have NFP this Friday. And then we don't have news on Tuesday, but pretty much Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we have heavy impact news pretty much every day. So just off that alone, I'm going to be expecting this week to be pretty volatile. It should be a week with lots of volume. Manipulation, possibly. Friday for sure, but I don't trade NFP days. I don't trade NFP, CPI, FOMC. Those are like the big three is what I like to call them. So let me go ahead and get into my weekly intentions, right? So I put here first trading week of the last month of quarter one. We have quarter one, we have January, February, March. This is the last month of quarter one and first trading week of the last month. All right, plus NFP week. So I put this week should be very interesting week to say the least. The market is looking absolutely stunning, which we'll get into in a second. Last week was a great week trading, and I was able to capitalize greatly on counter trend positions. This week, the market is looking good for price to get back in sync with higher time frame order flow, which is bullish. Only thing is the monthly time frame is showing a lack of intention towards the upside, and price did form a new higher high on the monthly time frame. So it's safe to say to expect lower prices from a monthly perspective to see that new higher low. However, both the weekly and daily time frames are aligning very well to see longs come into play. With my execution time frame being on the 1 hour, I'm only focused on current price action, bearing in mind the monthly time frame for sure, but this just lets me know that if I do execute any longs this week on the 1 hour time frame, to not have any crazy swing targets, but instead just simply target 1 hour swing highs and play the market by ear for now. Especially with it being NFP week, there can be a solid amount of manipulation. Besides that, I'm expecting this week to be a pretty solid week, and I'm ready to give the market my absolute all. So yeah, I'm very pumped for this week. I'm excited, whether I trade or not. I'm just eager to learn and just the process of becoming a consistently profitable day trader, which is my end goal, right? So it's like when you follow up the process, you don't really care too much about results. At least that's where I'm at. It's just like the results at this point, it's just more so a byproduct of me doing my daily processes consistently. And journaling is a big one. I feel like journaling, honestly, is like a passion in its own, aside from trading. So yeah, thanks to TradeZeller for that. So I already did my weekly analysis. So I already did my markups for the week. But I'm going to go ahead and walk through my markups just to give, the channel an idea of what I'm looking for, going into this new week. So I always do top-down analysis. So I start from the monthly time frame, the weekly, daily, sometimes 4 hour, but like so more so than not, it's normally just monthly, weekly, daily, 1 hour. That's pretty much all I need, and I'm good to go. So I did put here. So right, we have market structure. So let's do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna actually break down context in this video. All right, so we have market structure, right? So we have higher high, higher high, higher low, higher high. So price just formed a new higher high, and the swing high made the higher high, right? But the swing high wasn't confirmed, and this higher high wasn't confirmed or not yet formed until January closed. So because we see a swing high right? Normally, every time we see a swing high in a market, we see lower prices, right? And every time we see a swing high, every time we see a swing high in the market, we see lower prices, and every time we see a swing low, we see higher prices. As you can see here, we have a swing high, higher prices, swing low, lower prices. So keep that in mind, right? So market structure we know is bullish. We just from a new higher high. So after a higher high, what normally comes next? A higher low. So now, key question to ask myself is, okay, since the monthly time frame has just formed a swing high, we saw February kind of be a continuation of that, right? February, we open here, price trades higher, takes out the previous month high, which is a significant pool of buy-side liquidity. And then price shows a lack of intention towards the upside by coming down here, form the low, and then we close here. So February was a bearish month, I would say. But again, it's just context. You don't want to look at just market structure and say bullish. Like, no, you don't want to look at just the monthly time frame and be like bearish. No, context. So you would put market structure into play. You want to ask yourself, how did the previous month's monthly candlestick close? You want to ask yourself, where did the previous month's monthly candlestick close? So you're putting all these things together. It's like a little puzzle. You know, you don't want to just go off one thing. Again, you need context. So we know how it closed. Now we know where it closed, right? So what I'm expecting, you know, I am expecting March to be another bearish month overall, just according to the monthly time frame, right? Because I mean, price is clearly showing a lack of intention towards the upside. So I mean, it's not obvious. Now, the next question to ask myself is, okay, if this month is going to be a bearish month, where is price going to head to? So we do have this bullish order block here that has held some weight, right? So you see a reaction, price builds up buy side liquidity, and then, you know, February we take that buy side liquidity and we come back into the order block. So again, this area does hold weight, but the fact that this bullish candlestick did not close above this swing high with intention, it's like, I don't know if it's going to hold weight long term. Now, what I do like is this bullish order block here. I will say, yeah, this order block here, because we did close above this last down candle with clear bullish intention. In the following month, we also closed with strong bullish intention. So this here, I know it's a little far from current price. I mean, it's not that far because NASDAQ, you know, it does move pretty fast. So right now we're about, yeah, a little over 1,000 points away. But knowing NASDAQ, I mean, that can happen within a week, depending on, you know, what you got, what kind of price action you get. Okay, so yeah, like I said, this is just the emphasis right here on context, putting different things together to form your overall narrative. So this is the monthly time frame, what I'm looking at. Right now, let's go to the weekly time frame. So weekly time frame, again, we have context, higher high, higher low, higher high. Now this is where things get interesting, because the monthly time frame is so far showcasing a bearish narrative. However, the weekly time frame, I'm paying very close attention to where price is within this structure here. So again, we have higher low, higher high. So I'm going to be expecting a new higher low to form for price to pretty much see a bullish continuation higher. So yes, you know, price took out the previous month high in February, and we saw a strong reaction away with clear bearish intention towards the downside. You know, the BFIs, the banks, the big boys, the financial institutions, they're in the market heavy, right? And price comes back within this decisional. And we took out all this liquidity. You know, we have to take out liquidity. This is a clean area liquidity, and then price trades back into the decisional order block. So yeah, you don't want to just look at this weekly candlestick and be like bearish week. It's like, context. How did price close? Where did price close? And like I said, attention to detail. And keep it in mind, Let's see here. So from this to here, for 64 days, the market has been trading pretty much within this range here. And then just last week, we see price coming out of this range. Like, so we come back into the decisional with clear bearish intention, taking out this low. So normally this is pretty much my entry model on the 1 hour time frame. I wait for a break of structure, I pull back into a POI, and I want to see an inducement for a continuation higher in, in overall market structure, the trend. So right now, that's pretty much what I'm seeing in on the weekly time frame. Because of that, it's kind of iffy. Because yes, I'm not going to completely ignore that. Yes, the weekly candlestick did close super strong and bearish, but at the same time, looking at where price is currently at, I would not be surprised if we see a reaction away. Whether that's just to short-term trade higher and then see lower prices, or whether that's to see a complete getting back in sync to see that new higher high. So either way, I'm not, like I said, I have no idea of saying if it's going to be a strong reaction, or like a weak reaction. I don't know. I have no way of telling that, right? But again, what I can do is put together different things to form an overall narrative. So right now, what I'm looking at is just like, okay, we have a break of structure with intention. Price pulls back into a POI that's clearly holding weight. The POI was respected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now this is the 8th time. So not to say that, okay, just because price respects the POI 7 times, 8 times is going to do that. I'm not saying that. Again, it's just about context, right? We just take out, and I'm not on the daily time frame to show this, but if you can see here, it's a pretty significant pool of liquidity. On the daily time frame, it shows it just a little bit better. So let me move to the daily time frame right now, and then kind of break it down from there. Oh, didn't mean to do that. All right, so daily time frame. So first, break structure bullish, right? This swing high failed to take out this swing low, and therefore this low is going to be deemed as a weak high. Sorry. And clearly, when price formed this low here, price failed to take it out. So this low was protected, which means this may be a strong low, and this is going to be a weak high, at least for now. Like I was saying, I didn't mark out this on the weekly time frame, but on the daily time frame, you can see we have a low here, a low here, a low here, a low here. So price took out a pretty significant pool of sell side liquidity, just like we did here. Price took out a pretty significant pool of buy side liquidity, previous month high, and then we saw a reaction away from the origin. We saw exhaustion, major flush down, taking out all these lows. And then again, where did we trade into? Well, we have this weekly decisional OB, price protects the low to the left. That's 2 things. And we took out a big pool of sell side liquidity. That's 3 things, right? So context again. So at this point, we have a potential higher low. So this is it's not even a swing low just yet, honestly. A swing low, if we close above, if we don't take this this low out, then okay, we have a swing high. It'll be a swing low on the daily time frame, and that could be an indication of, okay, we might see higher prices come into play. But again, when it comes to market structure, I'm not gonna look at this as a higher low just yet until we see a new higher high. And only we're gonna see a new higher high is if the weak high gets taken, right? So far, what I'm gonna be looking at going into the week is we open here, we close here. So weekly open, and then I'm gonna be expecting higher prices. And then since this is a bearish OB, I'm not gonna completely neglect it. I'm gonna be expecting a bearish reaction away to, obviously just build up buy side liquidity above this high here. See a reaction away. Again, whether if it's a small reaction or a large reaction, I have no way of telling, but it's just being prepared. So we're gonna see a reaction away from here. I have to build more buy side liquidity and take it higher. And then again, same thing here, make transit here, see reaction away to build buy side liquidity and take it higher. that's pretty much currently what I'm looking at. Again, I don't want to forecast like this far in advance, but again, it's just putting the little things together. But this is solid though. I really do think I'm confident in longs this week. I'm very confident in longs. When it comes to that weekly candlestick, because again, I know does look super bearish. We gotta just play every day this week by ear, because we have NFP week, so because of that, we can see a good amount of manipulation, especially on Friday. So it's important to keep that in mind as well. And at least in the past, I know in the past sometimes, like the week before or the week of NFP, and NFP's Friday, so Monday to Thursday normally will be a lot of tricky price action. So I'm also going to keep that in mind going into the new week as well. But again, so far I'm more confident in longs than shorts. But again, that's not to say that we won't have a bearish month. If I go back to let me do this really quickly. If I go back to the monthly time frame, right? Before I get into the 1 hour, because I'm going to break this up and down really quickly. So like I just mentioned, even though I'm looking for longs right now, because again, the daily time frame and the weekly time frame, they're both aligning for longs. However, the monthly time frame right now is not aligning for longs at all. Like look at the lack of intention trading higher. It's like, I don't feel comfortable that the monthly time frame is going to be bullish this month. Honestly, if anything, I think it's going to be a continuation of February, just being real. But like I was saying, so let's say we have a bearish candlestick, right? So let's say this is going to be this month's candlestick. To everybody, we have the high, and then we have the low. So I'm looking for a long right now on NASDAQ. I want to pick the buy limit, and I'll get into that in a second. But let's just say the month of March closes just like this. We have a bearish candlestick. So we open here and we trade higher. Let's just say the trade I'm going to be looking for is just trying to catch the manipulation down. Because we could pretty much do that. And then we expand throughout the rest of the month, make the low, and then close here. So keep that in mind. That just because I'm looking for longs now does not mean the month of March is going to be bullish. That's definitely not the case. It could definitely be manipulation. But that's why it's important to really, each time frame tells its own story. So it's important to understand what each time frame is telling you. That way you can put yourself in the best position possible to be profitable in a way. It's things like that. So if I look here, right? Let me do this. So last Thursday, I took a trade. I believe I entered here, and then my take profit was here. And then Friday, I was not trading because I was, like I said, done and dusted for the week. So Friday, it was a bullish day. It pretty much consolidated Thursday night, Friday night, and then it wasn't until time aligned with price, the New York Stock Exchange opened on Friday morning, we saw manipulation lower. Price takes out this internal sell side liquidity, and then price takes out this internal swing high with clear bullish intention, and then price pulls back. And then price pulls back into that OB. And then we saw this weak high get taken because this swing high did not take out this swing low. It protected the low. So that becomes a weak high, strong low. Weak high gets taken with clear bullish intention again. So this lets me know that the BFIs are favoring longs right now over shorts. So now, currently what I'm looking at when it comes to my my entry model. So what I'm looking at right now is I want the market to open, and then we closed here. So we may see that high get taken out or whatever, and we may see price trade lower, and then we come back into here, the extreme OB within this overall price leg. I'm going to place a buy limit here And then what I'm going to target is these highs, because these highs are really, really clean. Oh, snap. I did not mean to do that. Okay. It looks kind of messy. But overall, like I said, I want to be targeting these highs, because these are really, really clean. So yeah, I'll place a buy limit here. I'm going to have my stop loss right below this swing low in accordance with market structure. And then I'm going to do here. And it's going to be a 1 to 3 R. So solid trade. So I'm going to be looking to place that buy limit once the market opens in a few hours, or about 1 hour now, a little less than an hour. And again, I want to also emphasize this. Daily time frame is bullish, yes, right? Higher highs and higher lows. So if the monthly time frame was aligning with both the daily and weekly time frame, I would definitely target this week high. Because this is mainly how I trade anyways. But again, because the daily and weekly are bullish or showing more bullish signs, and the monthly time frame is showing bearish signs, I'm not going to take that risk by trying to target all the way up here. I'm going to simply keep things simple and be safe and just target, like I said, obvious areas of liquidity. But let's say if this month is going to be a bullish month, I've noticed within my almost 3 years of trading NASDAQ, I've noticed that price in a bullish market, the low of the week normally forms on Monday, and then in a bearish market, the high of the week normally forms on Monday. Sometimes it can be Tuesday and Wednesday, but I would say about 95% of the time it's going to be on a Monday. So if this week is going to be a bullish week, then I'll be looking for my entry to be low of the week, and I'll be trying to ride the monthly expansion. But again, I'm still not going to go too crazy and try to target anything too unrealistic for now. Because again, the back of my head, it's just that monthly candlestick. And if I can put it here, actually, I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm gonna keep it like this. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm gonna be looking for going into the new trading week. So I mean, I'll keep everyone updated on how this plays out. But I'm very confident in this playing out. So again, I hope I have made this video as detailed as possible. Just emphasizing the importance of context. You know, every time frame tells its own story. You don't want to be able to read the daily time frame but can't read the 4 hour, 1 hour, or the 1 hour time frame, not how to read the daily and weekly. Like every time frame is equally as important. I personally don't use the 4 hour as much because I mainly like to emphasize trading in line with here the daily directional bias and the 1 hour order flow. So things like that. But besides that, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. I hope everyone was able to find something valuable from this video. But yeah, I'm gonna be posting daily recaps pretty much every day throughout the month of March, just to build that consistency on YouTube and the consistency with my journaling as well. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow for another trade breakdown.